20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners are 4 of 5 before that. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Short throw to Disley, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Down. 10 Lobo. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that. Topper. Ready?
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Nyheim Hines, 88 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Bosa. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 49,
on third down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. It's Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. Looking to throw. Costello taking a shot into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. On second down, Swift. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8.
Ready? 60 or.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. From the gun, Costello. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Debo's.
Bang out, bang out, bam, bam.
They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On third down, Costello. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
50 seconds, come on. You can't block me.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got